Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another video. We are going to continue our trek across the globe, our greatest race, our amazing race, virtual tour on all the locations. I'm pulling out of the archives, the hard drives, and just having a look at some of the photographs and just checking them out. And today we have got another African country. It's the beautiful African country of Mozambique. So this country, or this trip, is like no other trip I've ever been to. I was really taken away with the experience of it. It's like no other country, city, tourist experience, than I've ever been on. It's very spread out. It's very tropical. It's got a beautiful tropical sort of, essence about it. And, look at that. That's in Harmain. I probably crucified that name, but that's their airport. So that's the airport. That's the entire airport. So you can imagine this place is very secluded, very barren. It's very, not well populated in terms of lots of buildings and, it's like big cities. So it's definitely makes it that Cuban, Jamaican, tropical vibe, which is really, really cool and something quite unique. And, we went along the beaches. We spent a lot of time in the resort. It was just really a beachy sort of, trip. We went on planes, small planes to fly over areas. Fishing, lots of fishing. My brother, he loves his fishing, really, really loves his fishing. So we went fishing, and he's quite lucky with fishing. Actually, he caught quite a few big fish, and he pulled them in too. And obviously, in those waters, there's a lot of fish, and there are some big fish too. There's some big sharks. So yeah, we were witnessing some of these fishermen come in, pull these big sharks, these big fish in, swordfish, all sorts, and they had huge bites in the sides of them. So there's quite a lot of activity in the oceans. And yeah, I think this is about as close as we got to our fishing experience. So we were traveling around the beaches, and this is one of the shots out of the airplane. This photograph, actually, funnily enough, was the first photograph that inspired me to do some like dye sublimation photo. I think it's dye sublimation shirts. So basically, it's it was an idea I had a couple of years ago, and I thought it'd be quite good to get some shirts printed on, but photographs printed on shirts, but have them all over the shirt. So not have them like the little square. I got tired of seeing the little square and the little little part. I wanted to have it cover the entire shirt. And I thought, I've got such a catalog of images. Why not, give that a go? So that was an idea. I actually created, it's the first time I've ever created a business plan, and I was going to give it a real go, gung-ho, knew what I had to do, where I had to get the shirts in, really got inspired. I think that was probably the first time I got inspired in business and got excited about business and the opportunities and the connections and getting your shirts in retails. But yes, life happened, and eventually got into photography and different sort of things. But that image was definitely the first image that really I guess inspired this sort of drive and this journey and this want to have images cover shirts and just bang, your shirt is an image. Your shirt is a image. So that's one of the edits I did recently. I mean, there's much nicer edits that I've done with that sort of image, but just the colors and everything, I just thought it would look so nice on a shirt across it. Going back to that, one of the issues, I guess, and as technology evolves, you guys can probably leave in the comments, let me know what the situation is. But with dye sublimation or all over printing on shirts, I think it only really works on polyester, and it might be polyester and cotton, but it has to be, say, 66% polyester and 33% cotton, which I just thought, no, if I'm going to sell shirts, I want people to, generally speaking, more mainstream, people really like cotton shirts. So, that nice cotton feel on the skin. You can kind of wear a cotton shirt anytime. Polyester's good, yep, for certain things. If you're, out doing a run, things like that, it's great. But yeah, for these shirts, I wanted them to be cotton, and there wasn't really an option to do the dye sublimation on cotton. And I was very specific. I didn't want it printed on top of the shirt, so I didn't want screen printing. So if you have some solutions, I'd still be into getting some shirts printed in that sort of field. Leave a comment, let me know. But anyway, let's continue on. Enough rambling about that sort of stuff, but I just wanted to let you know how much photographs, images, these moments, they can really inspire you. They can inspire you into action. They can inspire you to write a 60-page business plan. They can really inspire you to get out there, and they can inspire you to really give it a go. So, keep that in mind. All right, next image. Now, this is the tropical feel that I felt in Mozambique. We would go around on quad bikes through tribes, different sort of places. And, I'd have my brother on the back, and we'd be going through these areas. He'd be holding on for dear life, and we'd just be traveling, going, exploring. Kind of looking back, maybe a little bit nervous because, we were kind of just hitting the road. We weren't really, I guess, worrying or thinking about, where we're going to go, how we're going to get back. Driving past one person, and he had this huge machete kind of hacked into the side of a watermelon. He just kind of stared at us as we drove past. We weren't really thinking. We were just kind of going, exploring. And I think that's when when you catch the travel bug, when you really catch that travel bug, that's what happens. You really embrace it, and you go with it, and you explore, and you adventure, and it's just so exciting. So yeah, that's what we were doing. And, this image definitely brings back that, that sort of tropical vibe, that sort of energy, that fun.